She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law is officially over and ended in a completely unique way for the MCU, marking it as one of the most distinct Disney Plus series finales to date. Keep watching as we explain the ending, discuss all things Madisynn, and which villain knows he has a punchable face. She-Hulk smash! She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law has proven to be the first true comedy set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tatiana Maslany plays the titular She-Hulk, a wisecracking heroine who breaks the fourth wall. Despite training to become a lawyer and working hard to build her career as Jennifer Walters, the cousin of Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, she becomes a superhero when her blood comes into contact with Bruce in the immediate aftermath of an accident. And not surprisingly, she is a superhero. The show's plot, writing, and CGI work were all criticized throughout the season. However, the last few episodes redeemed it in many fans' eyes. The finale was unexpected and refreshing. The final episode of She-Hulk's series began conventionally, picking up where last week's episode had left off, with Jen's She-Hulk anger. Unfortunately for her, Jen can no longer transform into She-Hulk, similar to Blonsky's parole ruling, and has to move back in with her parents after being fired from her job. However, a seemingly harmless trip to Blonsky's retreat is the turning point for She-Hulk. When everything finally comes to a head, Jen finds She-Hulk's villains, the Intelligentsia, with their leader Abomination inside Blonsky's barn. Even crazier, Bruce Banner arrives with a surprising guest, Tatiana. Chaos ensues. Then she dives headfirst into a meta, fourth-wall-breaking analysis of the Marvel Studio formula, reminding everyone that this is her show. But wait, isn't She-Hulk's director pushing for Madisynn to get her own movie? Haven't you heard? Madisynn, that's with one Y and two N's, has shaken the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's not where you think. She may not know where she lives, but that's not going to stop her from stealing every single scene she's in. Marvel.com hopped on a video chat with Guggenheim to talk about all things Marvel and Madisynn. She also has some fun ideas for where Madisynn could go next. She jokes that I think it would be fun to do anything with Thor, just because I want to be in that world, but also I want to give him his mail. As a new favorite MCU character, we hope she's prepared for people to stop her and spell out Madisynn. Since the beginning, She-Hulk director Kat Coiro has been smashing the rules. After working so many times with Patty, Coiro brought her up for Madisynn, but there was a bit of resistance from others because nobody knew who she was. Guys, just let her audition, Coiro told them. And then she came in and auditioned and everyone was in tears, she told comicbook.com. She goes on to say, so I kind of have been waiting for this moment to launch Patty for many, many years. And so it's like, okay, the rest of the world is caught up. Now let's please give her her own movie. After Jamila Jamil, who plays Tatiana on the show, tweeted that she could not sleep because she felt like Madisynn could have beaten Thanos by herself with just a cocktail in her hand. The character became the subject of some hilarious memes. What do you think? John Bass, another person with high hopes for his character, is unlike Patty, still waiting for the call. The 33-year-old actor plays Todd Phelps, the obnoxious billionaire who gives us the world's cringiest Wakanda Forever and turns out to be a raging misogynist hell-bent on stopping She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany. Despite being one of Jennifer Walters' clients, Todd Phelps was revealed to be the Hulk King in the finale, the mysterious villain who had been targeting her behind the scenes. In the show's finale, Todd used a serum of Jennifer's blood to get superpowers like hers, which did end up working out for him, until Jennifer decided to stop the show and head out into the real world to visit Marvel Studios and complain. Jennifer goes to boss Kevin, a robot, reference to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, in order to get her script change approved, and Todd loses his powers as soon as he gets them. Jennifer's complaints about Todd getting Hulk powers were amusing for some, who felt that it set the show apart from other programs on television. Bash told Newsweek, "I loved the finale so much for every single reason." As soon as he accepted the role of Todd, Bass knew that he would be unmasked as the Hulk King, the leader of a group of incels who make She-Hulk the target of their misogynistic complaints. In the interview, he described his character as a nightmare, but said he loved playing Todd so much and found it interesting to play a character who should be despised. Some might find it hard to get into a character like that, but John Bass loves playing the villain, and he tells Pop Sugar it's the best. Of course, it helps that Bass has already played the villain before. He explored his dark side in a role on The Newsroom, and he even played an evil dude named Todd on Miracle Workers. Bass notes that in some ways being bad comes naturally to him. Luckily, I don't mind poking fun at myself or at the sort of people we're trying to poke fun at. I think sometimes I have a punchable face, Bass admits. It's slightly punchable and slightly likable, but he adds there's something nice about playing a real POS and just feeling comfortable that people will react to it the right way. It has been a nice sort of feeling to be like, wow, people really hate Todd. But we bet his character's rude behavior hasn't prevented him from having lovely encounters with fans off-screen. In the She-Hulk finale, Todd gets arrested, but Bass isn't worried. I do think that there's obviously room for Todd to come back with a huge fervor. He's a billionaire, and billionaires don't stay in jail for that long, as we know from recent memory. Whether he'll be back with more illegal Wakandan artifacts, a different serum, or some other scheme up his sleeve, I don't know, but I am ready for it all. There's currently no sign of She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law Season 2, and fans are hoping that changes soon, because it would be a huge waste of MCU potential. She-Hulk Season 1 came to an end on October 13th, 2022, as we've said, and it's a finale that changed what it means to be an MCU property, thanks to She-Hulk's fourth-wall jumping adventure into Marvel Studios HQ. Despite some questionable visual effects, She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law received a positive reception thanks to Maslany's witty performance, the show's comedy, and its self-awareness within the world of the MCU. However, there are currently no plans for a second season, but fans feel Walter's story has not been fully exploited yet. She-Hulk is a lot of lighthearted fun for audiences, but the legal comedy format means that it lends itself perfectly to a continuation in She-Hulk Season 2. While the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to move forward with its ambitious slate of films, who thinks She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law would be better off as a long-form serial? Let us know. A question on everyone's minds now: what's next for the MCU? She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law is the final Disney Plus show of Phase 4 of the MCU, with Black Panther Wakanda Forever concluding the phase on November 11th. And the Marvel Cinematic Universe is about to get a little hunkier. The Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 5 will continue in 2023, with several series, including What If, Season 2, and Secret Invasion in spring 2023, Echo and Loki Season 2 in the summer, and Ironheart later in the year. Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury returns to Earth in the Marvel Comics event Secret Invasion and learns that clandestine Skrulls have infiltrated the planet. Echo will continue Maya Lopez's story, and Ironheart will center on Dominique Thorne, who makes her debut in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will continue with the release of Agatha, Coven of Chaos in winter 2023, and Daredevil, Born Again in spring 2024. No official release dates have been given for any of Marvel's forthcoming Disney Plus shows. Charlie Cox returns as the titular superhero in Daredevil, Born Again, after previously playing the role in Marvel's Netflix series Daredevil from 2015 to 2018. Although this is not the case for Marvel's films, Phase 5 of their cinematic universe will see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is scheduled to premiere on February 17, 2023, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on May 5th, and The Marvels on July 28th. 4 films have been announced so far in Phase 6 of the MCU: Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and Avengers: Secret Wars. Deadpool 3 is expected to be released on November 8th, 2024. Fantastic Four is slated for February 14th, 2025, and the Avengers films are scheduled to be released on May 2nd, 2025 and May 6th, 2026, respectively. Whew, that's a lot to take in. Now we're exhausted, but the good news is that there are lots to look forward to. One thing's for sure: Marvel is starting to take diversity seriously. It's a win-win for the company and superhero fans alike. We can't wait to see what's in store over the next couple of years. In the meantime, need a lawyer? Call 1-877-SHE-HULK. Thanks for watching.